Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The tax man is coming, and the deadline to file is tomorrow if you owe money. Also tonight, was a Pala Pala built by parolees part of a scam? And with tourism waves ahead, a new MVA director takes the wheel. And in sports, so nice we will say it twice, Mahi Mahi Derby. Dinner is served. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Hafaday Zantero. On behalf of the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, you're invited to join us for Your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on KSPN2. We take a look at the humanities issues of interest to you and our community. Join us as we navigate the human experience together on Your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays, and replayed on Saturdays at 7 p.m. and on YouTube at 670 Humanities.
McDonald's meets the Minecraft universe with 6 new collectibles in a Minecraft movie meal.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. You are watching the Channel 2 News on April the 14th from our studio high up on Capitol Hill. America's sunrise begins in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, and that means taxes are due here before anywhere else, too.
April 15th is the day of reckoning, and that is tomorrow. For some, it's all about depreciation. For others, depression. Tax and Rev said today they do have extension forms available at their office. For individuals, it's Form 4868, and for companies, it's Form 7004. They also said if you don't owe any taxes, you will not be charged a penalty for filing late. But if you do owe, it's important to get those forms in by end of the day tomorrow. Tax and Rev is open from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. One new feature is a drop box with self-stamping, so you can avoid the line and still have a date stamp showing you made the deadline. To file taxes in the NMI, you do need to have lived here for 6 months in the past year. Forms are also available on the IRS website. You can download and print them. The IRS recently reached an agreement with immigration authorities to share tax information about some immigrants without legal status. Locally, Tax and Rev today said they have no such agreement in place, at least as of yet. Tax day was extended for states and areas affected by natural disasters in 2024, including the LA County fires, as well as Alabama, Florida, and the Carolinas, who were impacted by severe weather.
Closing arguments could happen shortly in a criminal trial underway in Superior Court. Now in its second week, this morning's lawyers squared off on a series of motions without the jury present. Nick Rejas, former Saipan chief of parole, and Chuilian Fu, owner of FNS Corporation, are standing trial as co-defendants. The CNMI believes that the two men conspired together on a construction project. According to the information filed by Special Prosecutor James Kingman, a pala pala at the parole office was said to be constructed by Fu's tailoring company in the amount of nearly $10,000, but was actually constructed by uncompensated parolees under the direction of Nick Rejas. Chuilian Fu is being represented by attorney Anthony Hagwoon. Foon, dressed today in a black jacket, his tailor shop did a lot of business with the CNMI, reportedly about $600,000 worth. He has a Chinese translator for the court proceedings. Rejas, previously acquitted on forgery charges, is being represented in court by Joaquin Torres. The jury trial is in front of Judge Teresa Kim Tenorio. Today, the defense argued that the prosecution has made clear discovery violations in the presentation of its case and wants witness testimony to be stricken from the court record. Assistant AG James Kingman argues that no violations were made, that all written statements were presented to the defense. The judge did not agree that violations were made, but does agree that portions of previous testimony should be stricken from the record. The defense says while there are receipts for work, there is no, quote, meeting of the minds, unquote, that could validate a conspiracy verdict. A motion for acquittal was denied this morning. According to one assistant, closing arguments could happen as soon as tomorrow. Hotel numbers are in and they are not healthy. More than 7 in 10 rooms were empty each night in March. The industry says they have lost money now for half a decade.
The Hotel Association of the Northern Mariana Islands reports just a 28% average occupancy rate across 11 major hotels, down nearly 18% from March of last year. That's a steep drop compared to pre-pandemic levels when hotels regularly saw occupancy rates of 80% or more. Only about 18,500 of more than 65,000 available room nights were sold this March. That's a big decline from the over 26,000 rooms booked in March of 2024. Room rates have also dropped slightly, averaging just $112. Industry experts say a big part of the problem is air service. Jeju Air, one of just 3 airlines flying from South Korea, suspended its daily night flight at the end of March. That leaves only 2 daily flights from the island's top source market. Flights from mainland China and Japan also remain limited. HANMI chairman Dennis So says many hotels haven't seen sustainable profits since 2019. That's 6 years now, and the current air service situation is making recovery even harder. He says the industry is in survival mode and stronger regional flight connections are urgently needed to support tourism and long-term growth. At the end of the month, DFS will close its flagship Galleria store in Western Garapan, along with its concession at the Saipan International Airport. The Hotel Association says it's actively working to rebuild travel partnerships and hopes to see expanded service from Korea, Japan, and China in the near future.
MVA's new managing director is taking over the National Tourism Office amidst record low visitor arrivals and the impending closure of one of the main Saipan attractions, the Tea Galleria. Jamaica Tyron joins MVA from the retail side of tourism. After Gloria Kavanaugh chairs an MVA board meeting focusing on budgetary concerns, allotments of funds, promotions, sponsorships, festival preparations, and other concerns, we sit in conversation with MVA's new managing director. The Marianas Visitors Authority is an agency charged with promoting the CNMI as an international tourist destination. Ms. Tyrone steps into an often criticized position at a most challenging time for tourism in the CNMI.
So MVA's main responsibility is to promote and drive awareness of our destination, and that will result in tourism, tourist arrivals and tourist interest in the islands, right? And we promote all of our islands, including Tinian and Rota, because each island has a very unique and special experience to offer visitors. Our funding comes entirely from hotel occupancy tax. So when visitors come and they stay at hotels, there's a certain amount of tax that they pay, and we get a portion of that.
Ms. Tyrone, former vice chair of MVA, finds the new job challenging due to economic conditions, but opportunities, she says, are there.
Things are very difficult right now, and I know that we see it. There are businesses that are having challenges, but we are really working towards recovery. We all have families here, and we want to see recovery. So everything we do is with that in mind. Just to give you an understanding of how complex and intricate this is, right now, a global issue, global with every airline, is a shortage in fleet. They have not received their orders of their aircrafts from Boeing or Airbus in its entirety. So some of the airlines we spoke to have ordered 1,000 or 700 aircrafts a couple years ago, or it was due a couple years ago, but they have not received that. And so that makes it very difficult when airlines are servicing existing routes right now, and then we ask them to service our route, but they don't have the equipment. And that's where we're at right now. All of the flights that we get here to Saipan are full, and we cannot grow with tourism numbers unless we get more flights.
We asked what coming event is MVA using to promote our islands.
Taste of Marianas is coming up. This is an event that the community has been looking forward to, and that we have every year May. It'll be every Saturday during the month of May, so that's 5 Saturdays. And it'll be a great time. We'll have food vendors, new and popular food vendors, and we also plan to have special appearances from our partners on Tinian and Rota. So this is something very exciting. They are planning to do demonstrations and possibly food sampling. So we invite the community to come down. We definitely invite tourists to visit this event too.
Are there creative strategies for international promotions?
So May is Tourism Month, and we want to involve the community. We want the community to think about what it's like to be a tourist in our destination. So we're encouraging the community to come up with their content, user-generated content, maybe a TikTok or some kind of clip that they're able to show the world what can we do in three nights and 4 days here on the island. And there are a lot of different things to do, and different people have different ways that they would like to spend that time. So we're hoping that the community can come together and produce a few awesome videos that we can actually use in our marketing efforts in Korea and Japan.
The competition will be announced by MVA later this week, and selections will be made at the end of May. More of our conversation with Ms. Tyrone in days to come. Those pesky beach road manholes and what can be done about them. Next on the Channel 2 News. Stick around.
Never
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Welcome back. You're watching the Monday night edition of the Channel 2 News. A new bill says a lack of fiscal understanding in past laws has resulted in a mismanagement of public funds.
Senate President Dennis Mendiola says that past laws often overestimated potential income and left the government with financial shortfalls. Cannabis Commission legislation is one program that appears to have overstated projected revenue when it was passed and voted on to pay cannabis commissioners $55,000 each.
The new legislation to require a fiscal impact analysis on legislations that we promulgate here in the legislature. We felt that we utilized our fiscal analysts to kind of analyze the breakdown of a lot of this legislation, the funding source, and how are we going to pay for services that we're pushing towards the executive branch through our legislation.
The bill calls for the legislative fiscal analyst to prepare a report based on available data, reasonable assumptions, and projections for up to 10 years and submit it no later than 45 days before the scheduled legislative committee meeting.
I thought that this initiative is important given the state of our economy. Given the state of our financial situation, it's important for us to ensure that we take into consideration heavily where the funding is coming from, how it's going to be, how these services are going to be executed. Where is the funding going to be taken from, and what is the impact?
The bill is still in the introductory phase, and it does not itself have a fiscal impact analysis. The proposed legislation says this required report can be waived during a crisis or an emergency.
One of the key arguments that came out of it was, the additional time it requires legislators to take on the legislation. But I thought that it's important, even if it takes a little bit more time, it's better to be, in the know in terms of funding, especially now given the state of the economy.
Manhole covers on Beach Road continue to pose a safety hazard, and as our Chris Nelson reports, DPW says a new top layer will hopefully smooth things over.
It's been months since these manhole covers were installed on Beach Road, part of the road construction project, and they have alarmed some motorists wondering if this is the final version.
It's coming along. GPPC is moving at a pace that, of course, it's a little troubling, where they haven't been moving as quickly as we wanted them to, but they are working to address that.
Ray Umel of DPW says the final version of the road will be a bit smoother.
The reason why those are sticking out, unfortunately, is because there is still a final layer. We have the asphalt, and then we have an anti-skid layer, which is roughly about 1 inch thick, that will be laid as a final topping. And once that's laid, the manhole should flush out.
For now, Yumel says they have installed some reflectors to try and warn drivers about the potential dangers.
I asked the driving community for their continued patience. It will pay off in the end.
Coming up in sports, it's not just any kind of a hat. It's a derby, and it's often served with tartar sauce. Mahi Mahi, to be precise. The Saipan Mahi Mahi Derby results are in.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month. Plus, a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style. Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Dreams since like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights, I'ma need the off-whites. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got desires that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth, where's your worth?
The king is back like prodigal. I've been gone, I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas, sports fans! A day in the waters off of Saipan in the pursuit of a fish so nice you say it twice. Wahoo! The Mahi Mahi Derby. Smiling Cove, named after what the fishermen look like when they return home from the sea, is the home of this Saturday's 21st Annual Mahi Mahi Derby. Starting time at sunrise, official final weigh-in, 5 p.m. Sophie, who's fishing?
Not Papa.
Papa is not fishing today, but 30 boats are entered into the competition. Diego Benavente, Saipan Fishermen's Association.
Really, really good day. As a matter of fact, it may be too good of a day for fishing. You know, some say that you need a little bit of rough waters to get the fish excited. And it's always hard to catch fish on calm waters. And the boys are coming in with some good fish, just not the big ones, I guess, that are running this time of the year. Okay, so we got a lot of wahoo and some mahis.
We see the fishermen and women arrive to weigh and, yes, pose with their most photogenic catch.
You get hooked on being out there. Especially, I always tell my friends, I said, you know, what I love is being on the boat out in the ocean. Catching a fish is just a big bonus. It's exciting. First of all, you get fish for the family, right? And then second of all, there's a chance to, as they say, one of the biggest braggers are fishermen, man. They just brag about how big their fish is.
We caught a marlin. I don't know why they don't wait our marlin.
Tom Strickland returned from North Carolina to catch wahoo, but instead he caught a marlin.
He's the man. All right. His first marlin ever.
No, the marlin did not get weighed, nor did it win one of the 3 prizes for winning. Far from a braggart, Zach Rages from the boat Incon 2 wins first prize for wahoo at 19.1 pounds.
So the biggest one was the first one, and then later in the afternoon, just coming in, we got that one.
Oh, okay, so you just got it?
Yeah, we just got it.
Okay, beautiful. Here's the question. How do you cook them?
So, I don't know, mainly fry and sashimi.
The winning Mahi Mahi weighed in at 16.5 pounds and was caught on Passover by George Moses. So, congratulations. Where did you catch it?
In the water.
Oh, okay. No.
Good answer.
We caught it the channel, Saipan Tinian channel, at the east side.
Beautiful. At what time?
About 3 o'clock.
The clock has run out, the fish weighed, the boats put to bed. The Mahi Mahi Derby is officially over. It's 5 p.m. on Saturday evening, and the winning Mahi Mahi was 16.5 pounds, and the winning Yahoo was 19.1 pounds. All that I know is that people went out onto the sea. It was a calm sea today, and they had a beautiful time. Everybody's coming back smiling, and more importantly, they're coming back smelling. So this is Dan Shore reporting from the Mahi Mahi Derby here at Smiling Cove. See you. I thought I would have the last word on this event, but shouldn't the last word go to our Sophie? Which do you like eating, the wahoo or the mahi mahi?
Eggs.
Eggs. Good answer.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass, and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight will be partly cloudy with isolated showers, with east winds up to 15 miles per hour. Low temperatures of 79 degrees and a 20% chance of moisture from the sky. Tomorrow, Tuesday, also a 20% chance of showers with highs of 88 and lows of 77 degrees in the night. The sun has set at 6:30 p.m. this evening and will rise tomorrow at 6:03 a.m., just in time to see every accountant on Saipan still sitting at their desks, finishing the preparation of your and my taxes for the previous year. Their preparations give stock to the makers of Preparation H, the official sponsor of accountants everywhere. And I will see you in the water or on the land. Well, that's news, sports, and weather. We will see you again on Wednesday, Saipan. Have a good tax day. Good luck. Enjoy.